Lady Bird reminds me of the old adage, you should never judge a book by its cover. Right-wingers didn't try to understand its message. Left-wingers campaigned for it to win Best Picture at the Oscars because they mistakenly believed it to be a feminist movie. Both parties really misunderstood the film. So who is Lady Bird and what is the movie about? Well, she gives herself the nickname Lady Bird, but Christine is her real name. Greta Gerwig, the writer and director, explains why she picked it.
I like the name Christine too because it's a religious name.
Because it has Christ in it.
It's Christ. It's the female version of Christ.
Christine is an artistic, rebellious teenager who lives in Sacramento, California. We see her go through the ups and downs of her senior year of high school. Though not Catholic herself, she attends a Catholic school. But it's not a typical coming-of-age story. It's actually the story of a saint. Gerwig was really interested to know who the saints were before they found God.
I spent a lot of time thinking about saints, lives of saints, and I read documents of lives of saints and how I was always interested in who they were as people, and that they both were these people who were divinely inspired, but they were also also kind of just annoying teenagers. Like the story of Saint Ignatius, who started the Jesuits, he has a saint story of he was a military man, and he was a soldier, and he wanted to be a great soldier and a hero, and he was very ambitious, and but he hurt his leg, and while he was recuperating, he was reading the lives of the saints, and he had this kind of teenage ambition moment of he basically looked at it and said, I could do that. I can do that better than those saints. I could be the best saint there ever was. And he set out in almost this childish way to do it. And sort of the story, as I've read it, was that the moral of it in a way is that God can use whatever you have, even if it looks unpromising, even if you're just a kind of an arrogant teenager, that can be something that's transformed into something holy. And so I think giving her a name like Christine, to me, it kind of drew that connection.
So it is unfair to criticize the film because Lady Bird is a self-centered brat. There is a character arc. It shows us how a young, immature teenager learns about life and God, navigating from teenagehood to sainthood. And Gerwig shows how the relationships she has with different characters bring about changes in her. The fathers and nuns have a positive impact on Christine. She explained in an interview, I felt as a moviegoer kind of making fun of Catholic school has been covered. There's lots of movies that have this idea of making it into kind of a joke, and I wanted to do something that reflected more like the genuine guidance and interest and compassion I found in those people, and I didn't want it to feel like they were just a nun with a ruler or something. Gerwig doesn't mock the religious teachers. They're very human, different from Hollywood's non-portrayals of Christian characters. In her love life, she's smitten by one boyfriend, Kyle, a cynical anarchist know-it-all who goes on about politics. It doesn't last long and she eventually dumps him, but a brief time with him helps her understand what not to look for in a man. Then there's the imperfect mother-daughter relationship. Christine demands to stop being called by her real name. She wants to leave her hometown. She even changes her hair color. All of this is supposed to be a rejection of everything her mother gave her. And there's a wedge between them because she blames her mother for their poor financial situation. She tells her first boyfriend, Danny, that his grandmother lives in her dream house. She pretends to live in a wealthy neighborhood too because she wants to be socially accepted by the rich girls at school. At one point, she describes herself to Danny as someone who lives on the wrong side of the tracks. This class struggle and identity crisis is crucial because these trials develop godly character. It's all prearranged by God. St. Paul was a murderer. St. Augustine was a saint known for his struggle with lust. Francis de Sales was inclined to anger. Took him almost 20 years to overcome it. God will put someone through particular experiences to reveal deep-seated issues. It turns into an opportunity to learn and grow. It takes time for Christine to mature, but it happens. By the end of the movie, she thanks her mom for everything and apologizes to her, and then she goes to church. She learns to love and appreciate her mom, her middle-class upbringing, her hometown, and even God. Should also add, the Catholic imagery is so impactful. When I speak about its cinematography, it doesn't simply mean how good something looks. It relates to how ideas are expressed via photography. If the value you find in art is entertainment, you're missing a huge portion of what the function of art is. Being entertaining is a valid reason to like something, but it's not all there is to it. Lady Bird was a pleasant surprise. Viewers learn a sinful lifestyle separates people from the love of God, but still every person can still be redeemed, and is a possible vessel for him. And saints are important because they act as spiritual advisors. Their stories help people relate to others who have similar life experiences. And that way it's good because they provide insights. For young women who struggle with poverty and identity, they can turn to Christine.